Hey guys, Lord here, back with another Monster Hunter Rise video. In today's video, I wanted to go over the two biggest endgame meta longswords in Rise right now, and do a little damage comparison video to show you guys which is better, or really how similar they truly are. Let's go ahead and hop right into the video. The two longswords that we're going to be looking at today are of course the Chameleos longsword and the Tigrex longsword. Of course, Tigrex longsword with Silkbind boost. If you don't know anything about that, there's going to be a video link in the description for longsword stuff. Go ahead and check that out. Up first, I'll be showing a, quote, realistic or budget, whatever you want to call it, option for the Tigrex longsword. The main skills that we're going to utilize here are Weakness Exploit, Max Might, Crit Boost, Quick Sheath, Razor Sharp, and Latent Power. Here's the build that I made in the set builder and the decos, so that way you guys can craft this on your own. Of course, the charm you need is going to be pretty good. You need Quick Sheath 3 with at least a level 2 slot, but you know, your mileage will vary and everybody's charms are different. In the description of all my Monster Hunter Rise videos, there is a set builder where you can go and enter your own charms and then enter the skills that you're looking for, and it will help you build a set with your own charm collection. So if you don't have this particular charm, just go in and use that to help build a similar set. So without Latent Power active, this set gets a total of 60% affinity when your stamina bar is full, and will go up to 80% once you manage to activate Latent Power, which is after I think X amount of minutes into a quest, I'm not 100% sure, and after you take a certain amount of damage. So with this set, on a Helmbreaker, a critical strike hits for 205 damage, and a non-crit hits for 146, so roughly 60 to 80% of your hits will deal the higher damage. Now, if you do opt for an all-out optimal Tigrex set, which has like Critical Eye 7, Weakness Exploit 3, Crit Boost 3, Quick Sheath, Max Might, you can get up to 90% critical when your stamina bar is full. However, as you can see, since we didn't add any new damage skills, we only increased crit, we still hit for the same amount as the quote budget set. However, since you have 90% crit almost all the time on weak spots, as opposed to just 60% crit with sometimes 80, you will definitely get a lot more damage out of a set like this. However, you definitely need a god charm with some insane skills and slots to pull this off, hence why I showed a more realistic set first. However, I figured you guys would like to maybe take a look at what the optimal set would do damage-wise. Now, I don't have a build to show you guys for this one because the charm is a god charm that I edited in purely for the sake of this video, so I don't want to be giving you guys any ideas on edited charms or stuff that may or may not actually be in the game. Now, up next is the strongest current Chameleos longsword build, which goes with full Crimson Valstrax armor. Now, once you drop below 80% health, which is something you can definitely do in every fight very easily, you will hit for 208 damage per crit and 148 per non-crit. Now, as many of you guys will be able to tell, this is only a 3 damage increase on critical strikes and only a mere 2 more damage on non-critical hits. Since the Crimson Valstrax set is very hard to slot extra affinity skills into, you're only getting about 50% affinity from Weakness Exploit, on top of maybe some Crit Eye if you can fit that in with your charm. If you'd like to see how to build a set like this or very similar, check out my video. There's going to be a link in the top right now, and in the description of this video down below. So, as you guys can see, these two longswords are very, very close, meaning that you can build sets that showcase both of these longswords and utilize different playstyles and armor sets, allowing for a slightly more diverse endgame meta than some of the other weapon types currently in the game. If you guys want to see optimal ways to build and the sets and skills that you should be looking for the most, please feel free to check out my endgame longsword guide. There's going to be a link in the top right now, and of course down into the description. Now guys, of course I did save the best for last. I have one more set for you guys. If you want to go for maximum damage, the best thing you can do is to build the Tigrex longsword, of course with the Silkbind boost, Rampage skill, and then go with full Crimson Valstrax armor. Once you drop below that 80% health threshold, a critical hit on a Helmbreaker does 237 damage, and a non-crit hits for 169. This is of course the hardest hitting set in the game right now for longsword, but even with a god charm, you're still only able to pull between 40 and 60% crit on weak spots due to the Tigrex low affinity, and you'll only be getting about 10% everywhere else. So remember to use this at your own discretion. I definitely wouldn't mix it with Master's Touch. I'd be going with something like Protective Polish or Razor Sharp. Now guys, I hope this little video helped you guys see just how many ways there are to build around Longsword in the end game of Monster Hunter Rise right now. Whether it's a full crit for Master's Touch, or if you're running Protective Polish with Handicraft or Razor Sharp, or if you're running full Valstrax for the Dragonheart bonus, or any crazy mix sets that you guys can create, there are plenty of ways to mix it up and have a good time. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like down below, as it's a totally free way for you to support my channel and the content I create. If you're new to the channel, I also ask that you consider subscribing for lots more Monster Hunter content very similar to this. With all that being said guys, thank you all so much for watching, and happy hunting.